In today's video, we climb up a steep trail, bag an easy peak, and experience how quickly mountain weather can change. This is the Tioga Peak Trail. Hi, my name is Peng. I'm a photographer and I am a travel addict. And in today's video, we're going to climb Tioga Peak. The trail starts from the Gardesi Lake trailhead on Saddleback Lake Road, just outside of Yosemite National Park. There are only 8 parking spots at the trailhead, but this is not a well-used trail, so parking usually is not an issue. We hiked this on July 20th, 2024, in the middle of the Sierra Nevada Monsoon season. More on that later. The trail starts out flat and easy, but quickly turns into a moderate, then steep climb, with a creek flowing from the outlet of Gardesi Lake next to us the entire time. I've done Gardesi Lake a few years ago, and the lake is very pretty, but you're already climbing this for the view of Mount Conness and North Peak, all that whole range behind me. So even if you're not climbing Tioga Peak, I highly recommend at least doing the Gardesi Lake Trail. And if you are going to Gardesi Lake, make sure you go all the way around to the far end. I think it's the northeastern end of the lake, because there is actually a gap there. From that gap, you can look all the way down. You can see Tioga Road. You can see all the way down to the Leviting area. It's pretty cool. We've only been climbing for about 10 minutes. You can already see the peaks. This is just a hint of what to come. Yeah. This is why you do this hike. There's actually a loop trail that you can do down here, and part of it is cross country. I believe around here somewhere there's a Bennetville mine. So to the mine, that trail is official. But then from here, you can go behind, see this ridge? There's a Shell Lake there. There's a series of lakes there. I believe there's a Mall Lake over there. So you can actually do a loop all the way around either direction. This part is cross country. However, because so many people do it, there's a fairly clear trail that you can follow. So very beautiful and enjoyable hike. I totally forgot how gnarly Mount Dana looks from this angle. Looks like a real legit peak. I've done that peak. It's really not as difficult as it looks. And it's a beautiful view up there, so I definitely recommend doing that. Oh wow. Look at that view. Whew. The beauty of a steep trail is short. We've only gone, I just looked, we've only gone 0.4 miles from the trailhead, and we're almost at the saddle. At 0.55 miles, the climb leveled out as we reached the head of the basin. If you're going to Gardesi Lake, continue straight for a short distance and you'll be there. But for us, this is where we turn right, cross the creek, and begin our cross-country climb to Tioga Peak. There are some faint trails you can follow, which are pretty easy to spot when you're here in person. Plus, the peak towers right in front of you, making it hard to get lost. I still recommend finding a GPX track online and have it on your phone or GPS device as a backup. If I end up putting my track online in the future, I'll put the download link in the description below. Oh my god, this just gets better and better. Oh yeah, Tioga Road is down there. I don't know if you can see. I'm sure we'll see more of it once we get to the top. Wow. This is why I climb high. The best view at the top. can see Dana again. Oh look, a 19th century mountaineer. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, I want a picture here too. Yeah, that is, what was that peak called? Gaylor Peak. We did that peak a few weeks ago. I'll put the link to that video in the description and also in this corner. But that's a really nice and easy hike too. It's actually, that peak is easier than this. And you get a very nice view up there. Wow. At about 0.95 mile, the trail grew steeper as we began our final push to the peak. I don't even know if this should be called a cross-country trail. There's clearly a trail here. There's definitely some stretches of loose rock like this, but they're really not that bad. Here's the false peak. That is the false peak to our left. So I think we're gonna bypass it from the right here. This part looks pretty gnarly. Very nice. This bypass around the false peak is the only exposed section on the hike, with a steep drop off to the right. If you'd rather avoid this, you can always take the easier route and climb over the false peak. We were just too lazy to do the extra climbing on the way up. After this, the last bit of climbing to the actual peak was a walk in the park. Oh, and here we are. Oh, wow. This top is flatter than I thought. And Dana right here. Ooh. Nice. Look at this, we actually have LTE signal from Levining. Look, there's a registry. Yeah, we're gonna sign that. What do you want to put in here? There you go. If you come climb this peak, you'll find my name in here. Okay. Alright, now that I've done the entire trail, let's talk about it. I think it's a moderate trail. The trail is pretty steep the entire way up. However, there is an actual trail and it's pretty well used. I don't know if anyone maintains it, but it definitely is easy to follow. And except for the last part that gets a little bit rocky, everywhere else it's it's just no more difficult than your typical Eastern Sierra trail. So yeah, it's a great trail. It's pretty easy, and if you want to get into climbing some peaks and you want to start off somewhere easy, this is definitely a good one to start with. Oh, and the best part about this trail is the scenery. I would say 80% of it, you get this magnificent view, and at every elevation that you climb to, you might see a different angle. You will not be bored climbing this. now that I'm at the top, you know what time it is. It's time-lapse time. I made a mistake. I didn't bring the tripod because I didn't think I would do a time-lapse. Remember, always bring your tripod if you're a photographer. But that's okay. I'm improvising. Of course, I also took plenty of photos. Here's one of Mount Conness. This is looking east towards Mono Lake and Crater Mountain. And this is Mount Dana, Ellery Lake, and Tioga Lake. Well, I got my time lapse done. We had some food, took a break. So from here, we're just gonna retrace our step back down to the trailhead. It should be fast, very fast, because it just goes straight down. You wanna come down this way? Do you wanna just come down this way? You should come here, the view is nice. Remember the false peak we bypassed on the way up? We decided to make a detour to check it out. It turned out to be a great decision, as it offered an excellent vantage point of Mount Conness and an opportunity for some epic shots. Here is a photography tip. If you want that epic look where the human is standing in front of a mountain and it looks almost the same size, the secret? Distance. You just need a zoom lens and stand from far away. And now you have that epic view. Since we already got to the false peak, we're not going to backtrack, we're just going to go down this way. I feel a raindrop. I felt a raindrop. It's the famous Sierra Nevada Monsoon season. Afternoon thunderstorm, so we better make our way down. So we were there. She actually went down that way and it looked pretty slippery. I just came down this way. It's actually really easy. So if you are coming up and you get to this false peak, you know, if you want to go up there, just go this way up, where the white rock and the red rock intersect. While we were at the summit, we watched the clouds gather, grow, and darken ominously. Knowing the Sierra Nevada's propensity for afternoon thunderstorms, we quickened our pace. It was a good decision because soon we heard the first crack of thunder. Not an ideal situation on an exposed peak. The sky is angry, my friend. So glad we're down. Alright, back on the trail. No. I don't know if the camera can capture that, but there's been low rumbling non-stop, and that was a big one. So glad we came down from the top. It would not be good if we were still at the top. Talk about timing. Whoa. Actually, talk about timing. We just got back to the van. The whole time we were coming down, the thunder was roaring, but we only had like a occasional here and there, a few drops of raindrops. But as soon as we walked into the parking lot, it started raining, really raining. So good timing. Look at the rain. But it's okay, because we're inside the van. We were supposed to backpack this weekend, but I have a little bit of back pain, so we decided to change it to day hikes. Good decision. This will not be pleasant inside the tent.
Can't you see Dana anymore?
Oh.
Sunny over there. Jesus! Oh, ping pong! Hail! Someone camping there.
about 10 minutes after we got back to the car. It's like this already. Holy
maybe 我的拍到那儿去。日本这里太热了。这个太热了。
Yeah, we're going downhill.
I would just stop here for a second. Hide underneath the tree.
There's no place to hide. Let's just keep going. The lower we go, it actually turns into rain.
Okay.
See, it's blue sky over there.
Yeah. You want to try down? That might be better.
Yeah, let's try down. All right. We're a little bit lower, slightly lower now, and I think it's turned into rain, but it's really pretty, so we decided instead of driving all the way down for food, we're just gonna eat here with this view. This is so dramatic. That's crazy Sierra weather for you. All happened from just a few drops to hail in like 15 minutes. Crazy. Oh, and you don't have to worry about heat wave. It's 52 degrees out. That's why we have hail. We were up there about an hour ago. So glad we came down just in time. And that wraps up our entire adventure climbing Tioga Peak. From the triumphant summiting to our hasty retreat from hailstorm. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more contents like this, consider subscribing, and I will see you next time.